What's up, guys? Decided to stop at some random park somewhere in the parking lot so I can pop this video off because I know I'm not going to have really any other alone time to do it. Today I wanted to follow up on something I touched on a little bit yesterday, and that is about having the most resourceful perspectives in life. Because a lot of what life is about finding those perspectives that are going to be the most beneficial to you and put you in the best circumstances. So a lot of times, whenever I find myself in a negative situation, I always seek out a perspective that is going to bring some sort of positivity. So like an easy one right off the top of my head as an example is when I tore my meniscus. Obviously that fucked me up pretty bad, and it was a pretty shitty circumstance. I couldn't do what I love, and all my gains were going to shit, and I didn't want to accept the fact that I was going to need to have surgery. But I finally sat down and I told myself that it needed to get done, and I got it done. But that set me back a lot. And instead of feeling sorry for myself, which I did for a little while, and I got pretty depressed, but in the end I found a way to turn it into a positive situation. Because really at the end I almost said it, Mike. You know what I mean. Because really, when it comes down to it, having a positive perspective can completely change your circumstance. So when I tore my meniscus, I told myself, okay, well, I can't lift, but now I have all this extra free time to do all the things that I didn't have time for when I was lifting full time. And most of that being growing my business and getting my life situated so I wasn't living at home with my parents anymore, and I was able to venture out, and I ended up, as many of you may know, I ended up hitchhiking up to South Bend, Indiana, and basically started my life from scratch. And had I still been training full time, there's no way I would have done that, because I wouldn't have been able to get myself to take a break from training or to accept the fact that I may not be able to eat or sleep properly while I went on my little adventure and started my life from scratch again. So that's just one example. And I mean, really, religion is the same type of thing. It's a perspective. It's a belief that you have that you find resourceful. You find it resourceful to believe in a higher power, something above you, because it gives life more purpose. Even if there is no kind of scientific backing, there's no logical reason behind it all, the simple fact that that perspective, that belief, gives your life meaning and purpose and brings you more joy and happiness, that in itself is the whole reason behind it. That in itself is the reason that you have that perspective, even if it doesn't really make any logical sense. So before I start rambling off, I tried to be a little more energetic today. I don't know, maybe you haven't noticed, you didn't notice that, whatever. But I'm gonna cut it off here. Find the most resourceful perspective for your given situation so that you can turn the negative into the positive. That's it.